Assalamualaikum students, today we are going to study about indicating the uncertainty. We will learn to indicate the uncertainty in the final result. It's our topic number 1.7 from textbook page number 12 to 15. We have already studied about errors and uncertainties, and error is basically the difference between the measured value and the true value. True value is fixed. For example, the true value for gravitational acceleration or gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. And uncertainties are associated with each measurement when the measurements are repeated for same quantity under the same conditions and the results are different. In that case, uncertainties occur, and the uncertainty in the measurement is due to the natural causes. For example, the change in temperature or humidity, etc. Let's consider an example that we have measured the length of a block as 22.5 centimeter, and the least count of meter rod is 0.1 centimeter. Remember that the least count is equal to absolute uncertainty. Absolute uncertainty in any measurement is equal to the least count of that instrument. So total uncertainty is considered to be plus minus 0.1 centimeter, which means that 0.05 or plus minus 0.05 at one end and plus minus 0.05 at the other end, because there are two ends of the meter rod and at each end there will be uncertainty, and it will be half of the total uncertainty, and half of 0.1 is 0.05. Length of the block that is measured is 22.4 centimeter or 22.6 centimeter. 22.4 is by adding by subtracting zero point 0.1, and 22.6 is by adding 0.1 centimeter. So let's consider the final result as 22.5 plus minus 0.5. 22.5 is the measured value and plus minus 0.1 is the absolute uncertainty. So the magnitude of relative or fractional error can be calculated by using the formula least count divided by measured value. Least count is 0.1 and the measured value is 22.5. So 0.1 divided by 22.5, it is 0.004. It is equal to the accuracy of the measurement. Now we can calculate percentage uncertainty. When we know the value of fractional error, we can calculate percentage uncertainty by multiplying the fractional error with 100%. So when 0.004, that is fractional error, already calculated, is multiplied by 100%, it is 0.4%. So percentage uncertainty will be equal to 0.4%. Now let's study the rules. First rule is for addition and subtraction. So when the final result is obtained by adding or subtracting two or more quantities, in that case the total uncertainty in the final result will be equal to the sum of the individual uncertainties. For example, we measure the distance x by using the formula x2 minus x1. The value of x1 is supposed as 10.5 plus minus 0.1. 0.1 is the absolute uncertainty, that is the least count of the measuring device, and x2 is 26.8 plus minus 0.1. X will be calculated as x2 minus x1, and it is 26.8 minus 10.5 as 16.3, and the total uncertainty in the final result, that is 16.3. In 16.3, the total uncertainty will be equal to the sum of these two, that is 0.1 plus 0.1, it is 0.2. So I am repeating again, the final result, the uncertainty in the final result is obtained by adding the individual uncertainties of the components, when the final result is obtained by adding or subtracting the values. So individual uncertainties in the values will be added to calculate the final uncertainty. Rule number 2 is for multiplication or division. that is product and quotient rule. Say the distance x can be any quantity. Let's suppose it is distance. If x is equal to y multiplied by z, if x is the product of y and z, or x is the ratio of y and z, x is equal to yz or x is equal to y divided by z. How we can calculate, in this case, how we can calculate the final uncertainty in the value of x? So in this case, we will calculate the uncertainty by adding the uncertainties in y and z. So the percentage uncertainties in y and z will be added to calculate the final uncertainty in the value of x. Percentage uncertainty in x is equal to the sum of percentage uncertainties in y and z. That is, percentage uncertainties are added. The rule is percentage uncertainties of the individual values are added. For example, we are given with the value of voltage and current, that is V and I, and R is to be measured, and we are asked to indicate the final uncertainty in the value of R, and we are given with the uncertainties in the value of V and I. As we know that R is equal to V divided by I, where V and I are given as V is equal to 7.3 plus minus 0.1 and I is equal to 2.73 plus minus 0.05. So the absolute uncertainty in voltage is 0.1 and in current is 0.05. Now we will calculate the percentage uncertainty in voltage and current. The percentage uncertainty will be calculated as the least count divided by measured value multiplied by 100%. So percentage uncertainty in voltage is 0.1 divided by 7.3. These values are given, multiplied by 100%, it is 1.37, and it is rounded up to 1%. While percentage uncertainty in the value of current is 0.05, because the absolute uncertainty or least count for current is 0.05, it is given, and the measured value of current is 2.73, multiplied by 100%, it is equal to 1.83%, and it is rounded up to 2%. So these two percentage uncertainties in the value of voltage and I will be added as 1 plus 2, 3%, where 3% is the total uncertainty in the final result or in the value of R. Let's first calculate now the value of R, as R is equal to V by I. As V is 7.3 divided by 2.73, it is current, it comes to be 2.7 ohm. Now the total uncertainty in R is 3%. How much is 3% of 2.7? It is calculated as 3% of 2.7 ohm as 0.08. How it is calculated? It is calculated as 3 divided by 100 multiplied by 2.7. It is 0.08. So the final uncertainty in R is 0.08, and it is written as R is equal to 2.7 plus minus 0.08 ohm. Now rule number 3 is for power factor or power of a quantity. So in case of power or exponent, the exponent is multiplied by the percentage uncertainty, and in this way we can calculate the final uncertainty in the result. For example, we are asked to calculate the volume of a sphere, and to indicate the uncertainty in final result, the formula is V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi is constant, and R is measured by using an instrument as 2.25 plus minus 0.01 centimeter, where 0.01 is the least count or absolute uncertainty of the measuring instrument. So percentage uncertainty will be calculated as the power, that is 3 multiplied by percentage uncertainty in radius. So first we will calculate the percentage uncertainty in radius, and it is calculated as the least count divided by measured value multiplied by 100%, that is 0.01 divided by 2.25 multiplied by 100%, it is 0.4%. Total uncertainty in volume is equal to 3 multiplied by 0.4%. So uncertainty in radius is multiplied by the power, 4 by 3 pi r cube. 3 is the power, so 3 multiplied by 0.4% is 1.2%. So 1.2% will be the total uncertainty in the value of volume. Now first calculate the volume by using the value of R in the formula. 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is 2.25. By using values, V is 47.689 cubic centimeter with 1.2% uncertainty. Now calculate 1.2% of 47.689 and it is 0.6%. 6. It is calculated as 1.2 divided by 100 multiplied by 47.689. So the final uncertainty in the value of volume is 0.6 and it is written as V is equal to 47.7 plus minus 0.6 cubic centimeter. In case of average, we calculate the mean deviation of the individual deviations. For example, we have three values x1, x2 and x3. Say x is the distance. First we will calculate the average by adding these three quantities and then dividing by their number. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 divided by their number, that is 3, it comes to be 3 plus 4 7 plus 5 12 divided by 3, it is 4. So average is 4. The deviation of individual values from average is delta x1, delta x2, delta x3. So 4 minus 3 it is 1, 4 minus 4 0 and 5 minus 4 it is 1. The mean of these three, that is delta x1 plus delta x2 plus delta x3 divided by 3 is equal to 0.66. So 0.66 is the uncertainty in the final value. Then last is uncertainty in timing experiments. Uncertainty is measured by, it is MES word, measured by dividing the least count of timing device by number of vibrations. That is, time period of sample pendulum is measured by formula total time of vibrations. See, time period of sample pendulum is measured by formula total time of vibrations divided by total number of vibrations. Say there are 30 vibrations counted in 54.6 seconds and the least count of the stopwatch is 0.1 second. Stopwatch is used to calculate the time for vibrations and the least count for stopwatch is 0.1. Suppose the fractional uncertainty is calculated as 0.01, that is the least count divided by number of vibration, the measured value, it is 0.003 second. Least count will be equal to 0.01, not 0.1 but 0.01. Here it is 0.01. So fractional uncertainty is 0.003 second and time period is measured as the total time for vibration divided by number of vibrations, 54.6 divided by 30 plus minus uncertainty is 0.003%. 54.6 divided by 30 is 1.82 second plus minus 0.003. So this is the final uncertainty in the value of time period of sample pendulum. Remember that if you want to reduce the uncertainty in timing experiment, the number of vibration must be counted large. So for large count of number of vibration, uncertainty will be reduced in timing experiment.